Everyone experiences sight, sound, cognition, and mobility uniquely, yet there's little representation of this variation or the sensory strategies we employ to navigate our world. What if media deliberately incorporated these strategies, these everyday life hacks? Could it make transitions in our sensory experience less disruptive? Would it empower us further? Would we stand in awe rather than in fear or pity of how we each navigate our challenges? For example, the Kardashian family has a media following that is comprised of over 1 billion people. This is roughly equal to 1/8 of the world's population. What if media inherently and purposely leveraged this reach and integrated each of our sensory strategies, each of our life hacks accordingly? The human brain is wired for storytelling, a fundamental aspect of how we perceive and understand the world around us. Through storytelling, we connect, empathize, and make sense of our experiences. From ancient oral traditions to modern cinematic masterpieces, storytelling is a powerful tool that transcends time and culture. In this presentation, we'll explore how leveraging the power of storytelling through the evidence-based practice of diversity-based casting, as it could be implemented at global awards programs such as the British Academy of Film and Television, BAFTA, and therefore become a transformative force in promoting empathy, understanding, as well as sharing our human life hacks that can improve everyone's quality of life. Diversity-based casting involves casting individuals authentically to their character, considering abilities, ethnicity, race, and religion. It moves away from casting people who pretend to represent these areas. The industry can contribute to a more genuine and inclusive portrayal of diverse experiences. This practice challenges stereotypes and promotes a more accurate reflection of the rich tapestry of human diversity. By embracing diversity-based casting, the entertainment industry can play a pivotal role in reshaping societal perceptions and information. Authentic representation not only enhances the quality of storytelling, but also fosters a positive impact on society by promoting understanding and appreciation for differences. Elevate, BAFTA's groundbreaking initiative underscores commitment to fostering positive change and setting new standards for the global entertainment community. By shining a spotlight on Elevate, we highlight a tangible example of how major industry players can lead the way in creating a more inclusive and representative media landscape. The success of Elevate serves as inspiration for the broader industry, demonstrating the transformative impact that intentional diversity initiatives can have on storytelling and cultural perceptions. Securing sufficient funding for diversity-based casting can be a significant challenge, requiring creative solutions and strategic planning. Overcoming established hiring norms that neglect diversity is a formidable task and demands a commitment to change from within the industry. Gaining buy-in from studio executives and creative leads may encounter resistance and necessitate persuasive advocacy for the value of the diverse representation. Proactively reaching out and recruiting from a diverse talent pool is essential to ensuring authentic and inclusive casting decisions, combating systemic biases. All of these may be perceived to be barriers, but take into consideration that even when you're looking at industry pushback, you don't know if necessarily the leadership is pushing back against your decision or for your decision.
Putting out fires. It's listening, it's honoring, it's exquisitely mutual. People are inhabiting their, dignity and nobility together. But it's mainly about community, because if you start a program, if you create a program, the chances are high that you're going to create the DMV of programs, and it's going to be about, and this is what happens in the country. Most programs are, for anger management, see window 49. It's like the DMV, and it's about delivery of services and not the creation of a community. And what's the secret sauce of Homeboy? Community. It's a community of cherished belonging. That's the secret sauce. And that creation of cherished belonging is the primary thing. We deliver all those services, but they're secondary to the creation of a community of cherished belonging. Does that make sense?
In crafting a comprehensive strategy, we understand that strategies serve as the overarching plan, guiding our actions. Mechanisms, on the other hand, are specific processes intricately woven into the strategy, elucidating how actions precisely achieve the objectives. Here, we focus on the overall strategy, highlighting inclusive leadership and mentor programs. This initiative involves tailoring leadership training and mentorship to empower industry professionals with skills needed for authentic representation. Additionally, we noted the strategic integration of diversity-based casting into educational initiatives, aiming to shape a future workforce adept at inclusive practices. Our strategy extends further through strategic partnerships for adaptive solutions, fostering collaborations to develop practical and adaptive solutions that address barriers faced in the industry. Lastly, we note community engagement and feedback loops, establishing mechanisms for ongoing community engagement to continuously evolve portrayals within the entertainment landscape. Increased representation achieved through these mechanisms will lead to greater empathy among audiences, fostering understanding and appreciation for diverse stories. Through these mechanisms, diversity-based casting becomes a catalyst for positive change, influencing not only casting decisions, but a broader cultural landscape. Here are a few key implementation outcomes for diversity-based casting. Adoption, a crucial step in understanding how widely diversity-based casting is being embraced in the industry. This initial assessment allows us to gauge the reception and early adoption of this inclusive casting approach. With appropriateness, we meticulously evaluate how well diversity-based casting aligns with existing organizational cultures. This step ensures that the practice is not only adopted, but also fits seamlessly into the values and norms of the industry. And if it doesn't fit, what kinds of norm nudging work must be completed first? Moving on to feasibility. The delving and the practicality of incorporating diversity-based casting into everyday industry operations. This involves assessing the ease with which this approach can be integrated into routine practices, making it feasible and sustainable. It's crucial to emphasize that the goal is not only to have diversity-based casting embraced by BAFTA's Elevate program, but also to have it seamlessly integrated into routine operations within the industry. This comprehensive approach aims to foster a sustainable and inclusive landscape within the entertainment sector, driving positive change. The logic model for diversity-based casting is comprised of determinants, implementation strategies, mechanisms, and implementation outcomes. Determinants shape the context, influencing the success or challenges faced in implementing the initiatives. Implementation strategies outline the planned approach, such as proactive outreach, funding acquisition, and dismantling established hiring norms. Mechanisms encompass the proposed direct actions, focusing on education, practical solutions, community engagement to drive authentic and inclusive representation. Implementation outcomes include increased diversity in casting decisions, improved industry practices, and a cultural shift towards greater recognition, understanding, acceptance, and celebration of diversity. This logical framework guides the structure and holistic implementation of diversity-based casting.